At first, Keith Jesperson appeared to be a normal child. Then his alcoholic, abusive father taught him to abuse animals. Things didn't get better from there. After a failed marriage and minimal sexual encounters, Keith discovered one thing that really turned him on: murder. Today is part 1 of our series on the Happy Face Killer. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. It's been quite some time since we've seen one, but if you weren't previously convinced that all Keiths are inherently bad, stick around. Maybe this time we'll do the trick. No knee pads needed. This is Necronomipod.
Dave, you had a quick stop off in New York City. How's the Big Apple holding up?
Well, that's the same. Not much changed. A lot of traffic, a lot of people.
Did you feel dirty being there after the Yankees eliminated the Guardians?
I was hoping to catch a Game 7 of the ALCS, but was not to be. So
Alas, not so much.
a lot of Yankees World Series stuff for sale. Very offensive. I just cast my aversion elsewhere. I don't want to look at that garbage.
Do you think everybody's pissed with a Yankees-Dodgers World Series? It's like the fucking Cowboys, right? Fuck them. No one likes them.
No one likes them.
Not one person listening to the show likes the Cowboys.
And they don't like Cowboys fans either. They're the worst.
For real, fuck the Cowboys, though.
Terrible.
I was just making a joke. He's getting real fucking hot over here.
I mean,
America's
Steelers.
like a dick.
Rivalry.
I get it. Are the networks loving a New York versus LA championship series? If you could, like, maybe Yankees Braves would be the bigger market, but this has got to be almost the top. That if you had to pick like the two, like if the networks would be like, we want these two teams.
That's true, because the Yankees hitters are awesome. Those guys are
That's what I mean.
phenomenal.
Like
And
just
you got Ohtani in LA. Like it's
the high profile rosters, just the big major.
maybe so.
I mean, I guess they probably had it good in 2016 when it was Cleveland, Chicago, because you had the Cubs and Indians.
I think that's a good story.
With the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more interesting. This is just a lot of power hitters, though. I think it'll be interesting.
That's our sports talk.
So
We probably won't talk about the World Series again because we don't give a fuck.
let's go Dodgers.
Anything else going on? Anything else exciting or fun?
No.
We were talking about that when we were young. When you were young. When we were young.
When we were young,
Possible.
yeah.
My Chemical Romance did the Black Parade in its entirety.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was having some major FOMO over the weekend.
This is a concert festival.
Yeah. Like
Where
all
is
the
this one?
emo post-hardcore bands from back in the day.
That is up right up your alley.
Yep. Like all my super favorite bands forever. But Warped Tour is coming back. I'm buying my tickets for Warped Tour tomorrow. So
Where was When We Were Young?
out in Vegas.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
And Warped Tour will be in DC.
Yeah, that's one I'm going to.
DC is a fun town. You'll have a good time. You've never been there, have you?
For a field trip, but I was like in 8th grade.
okay.
That's it.
It's a fun little town.
Yeah, they're doing Orlando, San Diego, and then DC.
That's the right stop for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to Orlando. It'll be fucking super hot.
Yes, it will.
When is it?
In the summer, in June.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Because, yeah, it's just outdoor, 12-hour days, 2 days.
Also, it'd probably be bad luck because the last time you went to a Florida city in June, it no longer exists.
That is true.
It got wiped off the face of the earth with not one but 2 tropical storms, or a tropical storm and a hurricane.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In just the, 3-4 months that you've been gone?
I'll be down in the pit for sure at Warped Tour
Yeah?
all day long. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. I saw a lot of people complaining, like it's a nostalgia grab and shit. Mm-hmm. And
Who gives a fuck?
And like talking about like classic rock type shit. Like, motherfucker, it is classic rock right now. Like we're almost 40 now. Like this is classic rock. Like I'm not buying $100-some ticket to watch Taking Back Sunday play their new shit from last year. Like, I want them to play the 2002 shit. And
Yeah.
it's classic rock, and just
That is the definition of classic rock. Sure.
like just fuck off and enjoy it.
This November, I'll be seeing the greatest classic rock band of all time, Creed. Can't fucking wait. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be all nostalgia, and it's going to be so much fun. And that's why I'm going. Yeah. If they play new stuff, I'm not going to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
There's new stuff?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because I don't listen to that. Maybe.
Hopefully he will take you higher.
Oh, I'll be high, bud. High on the sweet, docile tones of Scott Stapp. All right. Well, this was a story of an innocent kid that turned bad.
He makes a case for that you can be, you can learn some of this behavior.
Yes. I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you.
Keith Jesperson was born on April 6th, 1955 in Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada, to Les and Gladys Jesperson.
Are we able to just call him KJ for the whole series? Because I can't fucking stand hearing Keith that much. I'll get through it.
He was the middle child in a total of 6 kids. So he had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. The brothers were older, sisters were younger. As a kid, he was described as shy, but super curious. The family lived on a farm, and Keith loved being out there with the animals and like exploring around outdoors. As he got older, he started to catch all the teasing and stuff that siblings do. Keith had some learning issues, so maybe that made him an easy target, but he also got the worst punishments from his father. Les was a very mean and abusive man who used a belt on his kids, and not like a single smack. He would get super drunk and whip them, and he went especially hard on Keith.
Spare the rod, spoil the child, as the Bible says.
I got that tattooed on my tricep.
Is that right?
Yeah. Wonder why was he singled out as like the middle kid?
I don't know.
Like he wasn't the oldest, so it's like, oh, I'm going to make you the man. And he wasn't the youngest, like, oh, I didn't want you.
Learning issues, maybe.
You think that's what it was? Like he saw him as just the weakest?
Possibly.
I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, with that that Netflix documentary with that kid that was tortured and ended up dying. It was like that horrific story where the mother and the boyfriend did it.
Yeah.
But there was that psychologist in there in the trial talking about how like there's a phenomenon where for whatever reason one kid gets singled out. Everybody else is kind of free from it, but for whatever reason it's all centered on one kid.
It's odd.
Maybe because his name was Keith.
Maybe.
I don't blame Les too much for that.
He's just like, I regret this so much.
Like
I just
maybe
gotta beat him.
It was the wife's decision. Like, no, we're naming him Keith. And he's like, you do it and I'm going to fucking ruin his life. Before Keith ruins all of ours, which they are destined to do. If you know a Keith, think about how many times he has fucking ruined your life. Or at least your day. You just see him in the office and you're like, oh, fucking Keith. Eating his orange. Fuck you, Keith. I hope juice gets in your eye.
You don't like oranges now?
No, I love oranges, but when Keith's eating it, fuck him and that orange. Just slap it out of his hand and just shove him down. And just keep walking. Just go back to your cubicle.
Talk about anger issues. You would think Declan's name was Keith. Maybe we should legally change Declan's name to Keith.
Oh, man.
He wouldn't be with us much longer. I would just bury him alive.
Sorry, you gotta go.
I would just bury him alive in your backyard, Dave.
It's a little oxygen tank for half an hour and a lighter, so I can see what's going on when he wakes up in his coffin.
We wouldn't have to wait. I was just gonna. He's not even gonna be unconscious. I'm just gonna throw him in there and just start covering him up. He's too dumb. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He just sits there and accepts it.
Like, isn't it Step Brothers when he's laying in the thing and they're just he's burying him alive? And he's like, "Why are you burying me alive?" Like that.
So when Keith turned 5, Les bought a chocolate lab named Duke for the kids, which ended up being Keith's dog. Like Keith and Duke bonded and did everything together.
Aww.
The story is different than most serial killers. Keith started out as an animal lover. All the other psychopaths around him taught him to be cruel. One day, Keith found a crow with a broken wing. He took the bird home, named it Blackie, and made a splint out of popsicle sticks for it.
Oh, cute.
Well, Keith's brother told him that he was stupid for trying to save the crow, so his brother and his brother's friends took the cage outside with the crow in and threw rocks at it until they killed the crow.
Yikes.
He was 5 years old.
Yeah, 6 something.
All the murder we're going to talk about, that's going to be the thing people remember from this series.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they fucking killed that bird, that innocent bird that didn't harm anybody. They're not wrong. Just saying.
I hate birds. Fuck them.
All birds?
I don't like birds.
Really? They're not real. We know that.
CIA drones.
There's birds that look super cool, but when you're up close with them, they're weird. Like, you don't know how to read birds. Like, when we were down in Florida, there was a shop down there that had just like a line of cages outside, and they had a parrot in each cage, and they were the ones that can talk and stuff, and they were big, and they were getting all close. And like, yeah, you can't read them. They're looking at you all weird, and
I kind of like that's badass.
what? How they're looking at you
Just
all
how
weird?
the bird's like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I might be the friendliest bird in the world. I might claw your eye out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
They're like, your
Take
move,
me home.
bitch. Your move, bitch.
not for a pet though.
No, well, I don't believe in any pets, period. But I'm just saying, I respect birds.
So Keith was upset, and he went inside and busted up a bunch of his brother's toys.
Yeah, rightly so.
Well, Les found out about all this, beat Keith, and told him he was stupid for trying to save the crow. And Les said that he was going to toughen up Keith. Their neighborhood had a bad stray cat issue, so Les forced Keith to participate in killing these cats, specifically shooting them or putting them in a bag and drowning them. And as Keith grew up, he started torturing and killing animals, everything except for dogs, which is probably because of him bonding with Duke. He's not going to kill or torture.
Everyone's got their limits.
But it's just straight up learned behavior.
Yeah, pretty much. He would have been a nice young man, perhaps.
Probably grew up to be a veterinarian.
Healing the animals, Mike.
And instead, here he is.
Nature, nurture.
By 10 years old, Keith started wondering what it would be like to hurt a human the way he was hurting animals.
And here we go.
He had 2 early murder attempts, which is crazy. One at 10 years old against a boy he was friends with named Martin. Keith and Martin would get into trouble a lot, and according to Keith, it was Martin who would get them in trouble. And when they got in trouble, Les would beat the shit out of Keith. This led Keith to attacking Martin out of nowhere one day, like really bad, actually trying to kill him. Les broke it up, and Keith didn't get in any trouble for it. If anything, this was one of the few times that Les was proud of Keith.
So he's going to reinforce that behavior.
Yeah.
How did he try to kill him? Just beating him?
Yeah, it sounded like he was like trying to hit him with stuff.
Just out of nowhere. Just like, fuck, I'm just going to kill you today.
10 years old.
Yeah.
You're bad, Martin. I'm going to kill you now.
The other murder attempt happened 1 year later when Keith was at a public swimming pool. He held some random kid underwater until a lifeguard jumped in to stop it. But this kid passed out and stuff. Like, it was pretty bad. And I couldn't find anything on whether or not he got in any trouble for this. But
Not from Les. Les is like, all right, son, good job. You're learning.
Hold him under longer next time.
Yeah. Next time, kayfabe it a little more so no one knows he's under there. They're not going to pull you off.
around this time, Keith and some neighborhood kids were walking past a dairy farm, and someone working on the farm invited the boys into one of the farmhouses. This guy started to masturbate in front of the boys and raped one of them. Keith wasn't physically touched, at least that's what he says, but he was witness to one of his friends being raped by a man. So it's pretty rough.
This is the place you're so fond of, Mike, Canada, where they do these dastardly things. This is the kind of place you love? Gravy on French fries and then kitty rape all over the place? Dairy farm?
They gave us Nickelback, so it balances out. It cancels out right there.
All right.
And then you throw on top of that poutine. Come on. It's not just gravy on fries. You're forgetting
more?
the cheese curds.
Oh, well.
Sir.
I had enough cheese curds this year to last a long time. I'm good
true.
there.
There's a place supposedly, I think it's in Lakewood, that's supposed to be a poutine place. Have you been there? I've not had poutine, like actual, like good. Well, we had it that one time after that wrestling show.
Did we?
I did.
Oh.
Oh, a couple years ago.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That was tasty. There's not a lot of poutine places here, but I would like to try it again. It's been a while. It's delicious.
That was somewhere in Lakewood, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't like a poutine place. They just happened to have it. But it's just like one of those like comfort meals. Like if you eat all that, you just need to go to bed. There's no like having a day after you eat a shit ton of poutine. That's it.
Did you hear about the dairy farmer that hated kids with no feet?
No.
Who's lactose intolerant?
Let's end the show. There's no getting better than that. We've peaked. See you next week.
In 1967, the family relocated to Selah, Washington in the United States. Les had a job offer in the U.S. that was too good to pass on. Once they were in Washington, Les started a construction company on the side that became the main source of income for the family, and Keith worked for it. Les paid Keith for his time, but super fucked up, he would charge Keith rent for living at home. Les told him that the kids were required to pay rent to live in the house. So Keith's like 12 years old right now. Keith found out when he was 15 that no one else was paying rent. So Les stopped charging Keith, but he didn't give him any of his money back or anything.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he invested it for him, and by the time he was 15, he had made a solid fortune.
It wasn't in a college fund?
No, Les just spent that.
I like that Les is like, all right, you got me. I'm going to stop charging you. But now I hope you've learned your lesson.
Well, clearly Canada's not sending their best when they send their immigrants over the border to the U.S.
No, they keep all their best, and they make the poutine and the hockey sticks and Crown Royal.
Ooh, Crown Royal.
See, I could go on and on. Well, I can give you about 3 more things, but...
You make a compelling argument.
What else do you need?
In the summer of 1969, the family went on a vacation to Fogo Island in Newfoundland. I'm not sure if they had family there or close friends, but they stayed there for an extended period of time. Keith became close with a girl in town, and one day they went for a walk in a wooded area. They started making out, and the girl took off her shirt, and Keith kind of froze up and ran away. Word of this incident went around town, and it made its way back to Les. And Les fucked with Keith about it constantly. Up until this point, the only sexual experience Keith had was watching that milk farmer rape one of his friends. So I think it's, some issues are going to be expected.
Yeah.
But it didn't help that, kind of like the whole... If it's like a campground type thing or just small area, everybody found out about it, and Les just really fucked with him.
I think that's that song, Summer 69, Bryan Adams had. It was all about this.
This story?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a good song.
It is a good song. At least Les didn't bring the girl home and fuck her in front of him or teach him a lesson or something weird, right?
Yeah, Les is kind of about some weird lessons.
Yeah. You sit in a chair, Keith, and watch Dad.
Do you think
I'll show you what to do.
With the other 4, he's winning Father of the Year awards and taking them on Boy Scout trips
Right,
and
probably.
doing great with the girls, but it's just whatever with Keith, probably because of his name. And then he's just I'm going to just make this life miserable.
Completely different guy.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
He's running the youth group at the church and stuff with all the other kids.
I hope not. That's even worse.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be worse, right? Because
Sure.
you're Keith seeing all that.
Oh, yeah, that would be terrible.
What's wrong with me, Daddy?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he probably just wasn't a good father, period.
No, he was
safe.
not. People corroborated that
Yeah.
was an asshole. He was an
Keith's-
asshole to everybody.
Keith's siblings, too? Yeah.
He was just an extra asshole to Keith. In 1971, right at 16 years old, Keith bought himself a car with cash. So maybe there was something to Les charging him rent when he was 12 years old. It taught him to save. But Keith used that car to drive around and look for animals to torture and kill.
The first half of that sentence was nice.
he experimented with different ways to kill them, and eventually he was making pipe bombs to blow animals up.
Oh my God.
Around this time, Duke died. Some sources say old age. Others say that Les shot him because of old age. Either way, after Duke was gone, dogs were now on the table for Keith to kill.
Oof.
I used to make pipe bombs, but it blew up TVs and stuff, not animals. You sick fuck.
And the pockets of your hoodies, right?
Well, that was bottle rockets, but yeah, I did blow up that.
Did blow up that.
Pew, pew, pew.
If you were making pipe bombs today, you'd, like federal crimes, right?
Oh, you'd be on lists.
Yeah,
You'd be on
You'd
watch
be
lists.
done for.
But you could go up to there was a gunpowder store in our neighborhood. You could just go up and buy a box of gunpowder.
Different times, pal.
This is weird. I think you had to be 18, but no, you could just walk in there and buy a giant thing of gunpowder and you just pack it into a pipe bomb.
Well, back then we didn't have bomb threats and school shootings twice a week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's weird to think about.
Maybe you still can today. I don't know.
Build pipe bombs or just buy gunpowder?
Buy gunpowder like that. I'm sure you can. It can't be that hard. No, I'm just making things up. I really don't have any idea, but that was 35 years ago. It weren't safe either. You just hold like the pipe, in your lap, packing gunpowder and stuff. Like, it have blown my torso off.
It's honestly just a miracle you're still here today.
It really is.
That's like the ultimate, like fucking around with fireworks, building pipe bombs and shit. That would be really fun.
Yeah, it's something.
After graduating high school, Keith moved out and got his own apartment. He also saved up to buy a motorcycle. So financially, Keith is good. He's just not good when it comes to relationships with women and killing animals.
Well, look, nobody's perfect. At least Dad taught him some financial literacy, and he's making his economic dreams come true. I applaud this guy. It's not bad for a Keith, Mike,
Well,
in some aspects.
Give it time.
He's not perfect by any means, but
they never are.
he's got promise, I think. He's going to turn his life around.
One night, Les and Gladys came over to Keith's place, and Les wanted to ride Keith's motorcycle. Les was blackout drunk, and Gladys was telling him, like, no, you're not riding it. You're drunk. Les wouldn't stop, so Keith let him ride it, and sure enough, he wrecked the bike, totaled the fucking motorcycle. Les was in pretty bad shape, and Keith was made to move back home and take over the construction business. So this was early 1974, so Keith made it out on his own for about a year before he had to move home.
Do you think he let his dad borrow the bike that night, just being like, I hope you fucking crash and
Yeah,
die?
sure, Dad. You can ride it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking die.
In the fall of 1974, Keith went to the Lariat barbecue and met 17-year-old Rose Pernick, who was a high school senior. Keith had been there before, but he never talked to Rose until then. After some flirting, Keith asked her out. Rose said no at first, but Keith kept showing up until she finally agreed. Les actually liked Rose, and he gave Keith a blazer to wear up for their first date and really pushed him to think about marrying Rose. So that's all right. Give him his jacket.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate that.
On August 2nd, 1975, they got married, but it started off rough. Rose got really pissed at Keith's family for getting drunk at the wedding. Like, Les drunk, being an asshole, and they ended up fighting all night.
Isn't it mandatory that Canadians get drunk at their wedding? I mean,
It should be just barrels of Crown Royal, right?
and Labatt Blue.
And Molson.
Molson.
Yeah. You got your option, Labatt or Molson.
Okay.
Or Crown. That's it. No mixed drinks, no wine,
That's it.
no water.
No
Labatt, Molson. You want water? Drink Labatt Light. Blue Light, I think it's called.
She should have known this going in. That's all I'm going to say.
Les probably drank Molson Ice.
He probably did. You know which one I don't like? Molson Golden. Did you ever have that one? Yeah, I didn't think it was great. Molson Canadian's delicious. I like Labatt Blue too.
I like a Miller Lite myself.
You'd never survive in Canada, Dave.
Probably not.
You'll never survive.
Probably not.
Things continued to be rough after their wedding. Keith thought that marriage would be just regular sex, but that isn't what happened.
Let me tell you something, Keith. No, I don't have anything to tell Keith.
Oh, I was about to pontificate on this.
He went back to some behavior from his past. Up until now, Keith had stopped killing animals, but now he was back at it, and he was trying new ways to kill them. Now he was poisoning them.
Yeah, because it's not enough fun to kill animals and whatever fucking
Pipe bombs.
pipe bombs. Yeah, that's right.
Les had bought some mobile homes to rent out to people, and while working for his dad's trailer park, Keith handled pest control, which was just an excuse to kill animals.
There's a lot going on in this story.
Les has got all kind of stuff happening.
He's a business mogul.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of shit going on. It's like I kill myself on the motorcycle. I'm gonna come back and get some trailers to rent people, and I'll hire my son to kill the pest. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
He started charging his son rent at 12 years old. You think he's not going to own some property and charge people some more rent?
That's in his blood.
When Les's trailer park shut down, Keith got a job as a truck driver, which gave him time to be away from Rose. There was a lot of tension over sex. Rose didn't want it very much, and Keith was asking for more and more violent type things. Stuff that
Like what? Like what? Like what? What are you talking about?
Like rapey kind of stuff, which is cool if it's consensual.
Sure.
But Rose wasn't into it, and Keith wasn't happy about that.
Oh, Keith. Go sodomize those animals, pal.
I guess when I've always, like in my mind, thought about like a rape fantasy,
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I would consider it being like the woman wanting the rape fantasy. It's a little weird when it's the guy
Is
who's
it?
like, oh, I'm going to rape you. I'm going to rape you. And she's like, no, you're not. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's it. Play into it. And she's like, no, I'm not playing into this. But that gets a little gray, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not saying
suppose.
that that's not normal, but I'm saying in my mind, I guess I always just kind of thought of that more as like maybe if you're doing that, maybe it's the woman that wants that because she's with someone she actually trusts that it's okay to play up that roughness a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting perspective. You think about that a lot, do you?
No, but the fact that we're talking about it now, I am. Throw on top of that this guy is making pipe bombs and killing animals, and I don't think I want to play into this rape fantasy because I'm not so sure it's a fantasy.
It doesn't seem healthy.
In this situation, no. In general, fine. Whatever couples want to do. This case, no. But she also didn't know that either. But she's still saying no.
I don't think Rose didn't know about all the pipe bombs and whatnot, like that kind of stuff. He was doing all that on the
Right.
On the sly.
yeah.
But do you think when he asked about a rape fantasy and she said no, it turned him on? Because that kind of is a rape fantasy?
Now you're getting into some catch-22 type scenario.
That's what I'm saying. Like it gets really gray area when you're talking about this stuff.
And that made him more frustrated. So then he had to go out and kill more animals.
So on and so on and so on.
And then eventually a human gets killed.
Whoa, spoiler! God damn! I thought this was our first just animal abuse story we ever did. He did this, and then he got caught, and he went away.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Now he's a purveyor of rental properties. In,
Family business.
Chilliwack or whatever. Chilliwack.
I think he's running for
City Council?
I was going to make a joke about real estate and becoming president, but then I remembered he's Canadian, so.
Regardless of like the sex issues they had, Rose still wanted to have kids. So when they had sex, that was the goal. But on the side, Keith was hoping Rose would never get pregnant. They went to doctors to talk about things they could do to raise their chances because Rose had some health complications that made it harder to get pregnant. I don't know if Keith just like assumed that it would never happen. Like he was like, oh, this is just something, a waste of time. It's never going to work. But in 1979, his and Rose's first daughter, Melissa, was born. Then the following year, Rose gave birth to their son, Jason.
Maybe he should have got a secret vasectomy.
Or just been open about it. Like, you know, don't want kids.
Finished in her pooper. She probably didn't like that, though.
Probably not.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, we're all getting old. That's life. It happens. But it doesn't mean you can't continue to better yourself. What's something new you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like? Or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, we often lose that curiosity. So what's something new you'd like to learn? A new language? How to ski? Or maybe how to finally beat your friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because it's never too late to go back to school. Therapy provides an opportunity to reflect on who you are and what you enjoy. It can also help you identify new interests, new hobbies, and new skills. Things that are never too late to learn or try. Therapy can also be a great way to learn positive coping skills, set boundaries, and empower you to be the best version of yourself. Therapy is not only for those who've experienced trauma. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
In 1981, Keith got a coal mining job in Elkford, British Columbia, and the whole family moved. Keith made friends and was going out to bars all the time, while Rose was stuck at home with the kids and in an area she wasn't familiar with. Between the tension in their sex life and Rose not being happy in Canada, their marriage was worse than ever. And then it got even worse because in 1983, Keith lost the coal mining job, and at the same time, their third child, Carrie, was born.
I think it's going to turn around, though, because I think studies show that the best thing for a failing marriage is to have another kid.
That's exactly right.
That always solves all the problems.
It's in my upcoming book on marriages.
Mike on marriage.
That's what it's called.
Have as many kids as possible.
Yeah. That's chapter 4. Chapter 7 is rape fantasies.
The postscript says, don't ever send your DNA into Ancestry.com because you might discover that I'm your father.
So you might discover that. I mean, that's on you. I am not legally responsible for that per the documentation people sign.
After struggling to find work, the family moved back to the U.S. They moved back to Washington. And by 1988, when Keith was 33, he started seeing a waitress named Cindy. Cindy was a single mom, and their relationship worked because they were both into the same exact thing sexually. After a few months, Keith told Rose that he wasn't happy and he wanted a divorce. Rose didn't say much, but a week later, he found out that Rose had moved with their kids to her parents' place in Spokane.
Well, he did say he was going to divorce her, so
Yeah.
She's supposed to do.
yeah, good on her.
Dodged a bullet.
Maybe literally.
Maybe.
Things didn't last long with Cindy either. One night after an argument, Keith stormed out. When he came back later on in the night, he found Cindy passed out drunk. Keith raped Cindy multiple times and then drove out to Spokane to see Rose. Cindy confronted Keith about this. Like, I'm sure that a woman can tell when they've been raped, like something happened. So she confronted him, and Keith admitted it, like, yeah, so like, what are you going to do? And unfortunately, Cindy took him back a couple times, but by January 1990, Keith was alone, drinking a lot and feeling bad for himself that Rose and Cindy were gone.
Oh, poor guy. Fucking Keith. Fucking rapist. That's a general statement, so you know.
You're just saying that to all Keiths.
Well, no, that's just a general statement. It's 50-50, I'm right.
The views expressed by Mike Namapaw do not necessarily reflect.
On Tuesday night, January 23rd, 1990, 23-year-old Tanya Bennett went out for drinks, hoping to meet up with some friends. It was a cold, rainy night in Portland, Oregon. So after grabbing her purse and umbrella, she headed out to the B&I Tavern. At the bar, Tanya couldn't decide what to drink, so she switched between beer and wine.
That's like Dave every night we record, right? He's like, I have a shot of Merlot and a shot of Miller Lite.
God, can you imagine what your stomach feel like after that?
Well, I don't know. You tell us tomorrow morning.
Gross.
Family and friends said that Tanya was on the border of being intellectually disabled. And after a while that night, it became very obvious that she was drunk. Keith sat at the bar watching Tanya. He wandered over to the pool tables, introduced himself, and offered to buy Tanya a drink, to which she said yes. At one point, Keith left the bar, and when he came back, he offered to buy Tanya dinner. When he realized he didn't have enough money, Keith said that he had more cash at home and invited her to go with him. Once at his place, they had sex, but afterward, Keith started being super mean to Tanya and stuff, like really putting her down and getting really aggressive, and it turned into Keith physically attacking her. Tanya tried to defend herself, but Keith grabbed a rope and strangled her to death.
Oh,
So we thinking this is his first murder then?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
It seems like impulsive.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
it seems like the way the scenario played out,
He wasn't.
it has a
planning it.
feel that this was maybe his first one.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't out at the bar looking for a murder victim that night.
He definitely preyed on her. I mean, how it's told is that she was clearly drunk and, you know.
Well, if he started attacking her a little bit and she fought back and he's already harboring these, rape fantasy type stuff, he probably just ratcheted it right up and lost control of himself.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. That's what, going back to the whole rape fantasy thing, it's not something that I have. So, I don't necessarily know it. I'm not saying that there's anything to know. If it's your thing, I guess. But I feel like you probably have to be very careful with, your partner, no matter what. Hey, we're going to have a fantasy here, but, it's fantasy. Maybe that's where safe words come in and stuff like that.
So, yeah.
You got to have a word.
I just feel like that's a really tough one. Just thinking about it, I'd be like, oh, I can't even get hard now because now I'm so nervous about this rape fantasy. I just don't think I can do this. I'm sorry, I cannot perform under the stress, of imprisonment, because then I'm gonna have to deal with those rape fantasies. So I don't know. It's just that's a weird one for me.
If it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Right. And again, I'm not kink shaming. I'm just saying, you got to make sure everyone's on board big time for that. You do a little accidental mild choking that they're just get the fuck off me. And then that's that.
You have your lawyers meet and sign up consent agreements on both sides.
This Tuesday
Specify
at
the safe
10:30
words.
p.m., you were going to say no, and I am going to say yes.
Right.
And we will both enjoy this. Sign here, initial here, date here, sign on this page, and then initial here.
Can we get that notary in here, please? Make it official.
Oh, that's just a weird one.
I'm going to send Mike a fake rape fantasy consent letter, certified mail tomorrow.
Yeah, some people from Mrs. Hildebrand, I'm sure. Oh no, I hope Mark doesn't find me and attack me in the parking lot.
Hello, Mike. I'm going to say no, but you're just going to go ahead and put it right in. I got a bowl of Blue Chew rape pills if you need them.
Blue Chew rape.
Half roofie, half Viagra.
Oh, what if you took the wrong end? You roofie yourself and then you're just out.
How about you take the wrong end instead?
After the murder, Keith went back to the B&I Tavern and had a few more beers, trying to create an alibi. Later, he loaded Tanya's body into his car and drove out of town into the Columbia River Gorge. He found a secluded spot and dumped her body over an embankment. On his way back, he threw Tanya's Walkman and later tossed her purse and ID into some brush. Days later, someone found Tanya's body. She was half-dressed, beaten really bad, and still had the rope around her neck. At first, she was identified as a Jane Doe, but it didn't take long for police to confirm that it was Tanya. And there was a couple of news articles about her, stuff like that, but it turned cold pretty quick because it just seemed extremely, it was random, completely random.
We learned this afterwards because this is what he confessed to or spoke about. And that's why we know the details of how that night ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laverne Pavlinac, age 57, followed the news about Tanya's death. As more details came out about the murder, Laverne saw an opportunity to end her abusive relationship with her 43-year-old boyfriend, John Sosnovsky. Before going through with her plan, Laverne found out that Oregon State Police Detective Alan Corson and Multnomah County Sheriff's Detective John Ingram were handling the case. She called them, saying she had important information, so both detectives showed up at Laverne's house to hear what she had to say. She figured that this was a foolproof way to get rid of John for good, and she knew that she was probably going to have to spend some time in jail herself for this. She told them about her abusive relationship and claimed that John was the one who raped and murdered Tanya. The detectives listened as Laverne went into detail about how John had forced her to help with the rape. She described the attack, including how the rope was put around Tanya's neck and how John strangled her. Laverne even claimed that John made her help dispose of the body to cover up the crime. Over the next few weeks, the detectives kept talking to Laverne. Sometimes it was because she called them with more information, and other times because they wanted more details. They even took her out to the Columbia River Gorge to see if she could point out where Tanya's body had been dumped. She got that part right, but she couldn't show them where Tanya's other belongings had been left.
This is very bizarre.
This is a strange twist.
This is a real weird twist.
I'm not sure what to even think about this. Is this like a reflection of how hard it is for women in this country to escape an abusive relationship when you feel like that's your last resort to do this? I don't know, what their specific situation was, but goddamn.
Yeah, just to risk all of that to get out of it. If that's just the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's it, I mean, there's...
Or she might just be Looney Tunes. So.
Because there are battered women shelters and things like that.
Sure.
This seems like a very extreme way to go about
very.
getting out of
Very.
a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, and you're also leaving an actual killer still on the loose.
Yeah, that too.
So you're paying it forward to other potential female victims down the road. Not in a good way.
Not the good pay it forward.
Not the good pay it forward. Not like our pal with the Tim Robinson. You sure about that? The clip from his show where
when he keeps driving around.
he pays it forward for the guy and spins around and 55 burgers. 50. I'm trying to do something here.
That dude's so funny. During the investigation, forensic teams worked to find evidence to convict John of this murder. A full examination of the car found no evidence that Tanya's body had been inside it. The shower curtain, which Laverne claimed to have dumped along the highway, couldn't be found. There were eyewitnesses that placed Tanya at a different bar, 25 miles west from where Laverne said that they were. Those witnesses ruled out John, but they did describe two other men at the bar that Tanya was playing pool with that night. In the middle of that, Laverne recanted her first confession and gave a new statement to police. Laverne claimed that Tanya was in fact alive when they met at the truck stop. According to Laverne, Tanya accepted a ride with her and John. In the new version of events, John punched Tanya in the head, and together they dragged Tanya into the Vista House Museum, which that's a museum at Crown Point in Oregon. The building is a memorial to the Oregon pioneers, and it's a rest stop for people driving the Columbia River Highway.
All those pioneers that died of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
Just like
I
the
remember
video
all
game.
those. Yeah.
Not on mine.
You made it all the way through.
When I was traveling through with HBK and Diesel and Razor Ramon and Undertaker. Yeah, we all lived.
Once inside the historic building, Laverne held a rope around Tanya's neck as John raped her and eventually killed her.
That's two completely different stories at this point because the first one didn't really match.
Right. And
She's like, wait, let me try again.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
The bar she put Tanya at is 25 miles away from the actual bar
Yeah.
where people
Saw
said
her
she
that
was
night, yeah.
playing pool.
Yeah.
Because there were 2 other guys with her that night that also were like trying to hit on her too. So police worked with the district attorney, and eventually both Laverne and John were arrested for Tanya's murder. Facing the death penalty, John ended up pleading guilty. Both of them were sentenced in February of 1991, life for John and at least 10 for Laverne, because he just pled. He's like, I'm not fucking around with the death penalty.
Yeah,
It's a crazy spot to be in.
it is.
What else did he have going on, though, that he's just like, fuck it, I'm taking that. Yeah, guilty.
Unless he was pressured into it
Maybe.
after hours and hours of interrogations and shit.
But or also if he was legit beating Laverne pretty bad and he's like, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what he might have been doing.
He's like, yeah, she outsmarted me this time. She got me.
It wasn't long into Laverne's 10-year sentence that she started saying that she made the whole thing up to get rid of John, but by then no one believed her.
Oh, man.
Like,
Imagine.
once you're convicted of being guilty, the red tape to try and even get another hearing
Yeah.
is crazy. Like, you're done. So now with 2 people behind bars for a murder they didn't commit, Keith had a green light. He realized that killing a person was way more sexually gratifying than killing animals, and he was free to look for his next victim. And that's where we'll pick back up on part 2. Part 2, we'll get into Keith's next murders, how he got caught, and what ended up happening to Laverne and John. They're just sitting there because Laverne decided to make up the story.
Unbelievable twist.
The videos the confession videos are out there of Laverne. I mean, she doesn't seem like she's lying.
No. Man.
This was just building up like a typical, normal serial killer-esque story.
This came out of left field there.
Fucking
Boom.
this thing.
Yeah.
Boom.
What's a better twist? Pinching Mike's nipples or this story?
Oh, the
I think
story
the
by
story,
far.
yeah.
Unless you like vomit. Because that's what's going to immediately follow the twisting of the nips.
Well, I think a lot of people, when you expressed your dislike of nipple play, have put forth the idea that they would love to give you a titty
Have
twister,
they?
if you will.
I've not been aware of any of this. Well, come at me, bro. You're going to catch these hands. If we're ever doing a public appearance, I'm putting fucking some kind of little pads over my nips just in case.
So they don't protrude?
No, so that you can't easily access them. There's a little bit of protection there.
Well, yeah, that's something. That's a teaser for
a
next
part
week.
one of a
Sure,
story.
sure.
That is setting us up for something. Ian, anything else you found in your research that we didn't get on that you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of.
Dave, you got any thoughts on this part one?
No, I will obviously save my in-depth expert analysis for the conclusion next week. I find this to be an incredibly interesting twist. That's all I have to say at this moment.
The
in
biggest
time.
twist we've had in a while.
It might be. It might be. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that very well could have just been the end of the story.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay.
He's like, all right,
Thinking-
I got away with one. I'm going to retire now.
Yeah, that's what he did. He hung it up. One and done.
One and done. But no.
Maybe that's what part two is. He retired. He lives a happy life. Him and Les reconcile.
He's a camp counselor, helps troubled youth.
Yeah.
Doesn't blow up animals anymore. Teaches pipe bomb safety making classes.
Right. All right. What do you got for us on Patreon?
Well, thank you to new patrons. Ashley Griffith. Tori Dave is the sexiest Casey. Andrew. Beater. Suck start my fart. Haley Reachers. Abby G. Slow Mom 03. Adam Franklin. The Poop Hole Loophole. Is it like a virginity loophole? The back door?
That's
Poop
probably
hole,
what that
poop
means.
hole loophole.
Yeah.
It's a pro anal sex name.
Indica. Tone Helen Sunsoy. Janet Burbridge. Brooke Lyles, Catherine Burge, Bob P., Logan Weedo, Mackenzie Holly, Angie Hill. Hope that's not the Angie Hill.
Oh, no.
Coming for a beatdown over here, pal.
Bring it, bitch.
What if it was her? Yeah, you fucked up.
I'll be backpedaling like a motherfucker.
Oh, I was talking about a different Benny Hill. That's not the same one.
I like that even though she wants to kill me, she's signed up for Patreon now.
That's right.
She wants more content.
Elizabeth Weller, Miles Berry, Robert Gilman, Tosh, BDS, Victor Cruz, and Daniel Teasley. Thank you and welcome aboard, new patrons.
Ian, anything on your end?
Yeah, we got a lot going on. You just did Amelia Earhart for Necro Straight Edge.
That's true.
It's a very good one. I think she should be a contender for the Mount Rushmore of Necro.
She's badass.
Yeah, she really is.
And that is a very interesting story.
Still is.
And I feel like they're going to find something here soon. I think.
Seems like that company has a good idea of where things could be.
Well, January, they found they had like some drone images of something. And that was like the last update I could really find. Mm-hmm. But that was a long time ago. You feel like they would have said something by now, but I feel like they're getting close. But yeah, she was a badass. She's like, no, that's for men. No, I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and do that too.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a fun story. That's why I picked that one. That one always stood out to me as a cool one. I don't think with all the straight edges we've done, I have not done a serial killer yet. So I'll have to do a serial killer here at some point. I don't think I have. Anyway, we'll see.
And then on Patreon coming up, we have a series. It was a poll winner on serial killer John Edward Robinson. It's going to be a 2-part Patreon series.
Ooh, only our second ever 2-part.
Yeah, we're recording that a couple of days here. So
all right.
That'll be on Patreon.
Good story.
A lot of twists.
Okay.
Well,
Get your nipples ready, Mike. Lots of twists coming.
there's some twists in that one. Some big twists.
I'm going to faint.
So yeah,
Looking forward to it.
good stuff going on.
All right. Well, it's all coming up here in the near future. Dave, anything else on your end?
No, sir.
That about does it. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod. You can follow Cool Down Media on Instagram at Cool Down Media LLC. Patreon.com/Necronomipod for all of our bonus content. Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch. And Necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.